Congressman James Langevin, Democrat, on both the Armed Services Committee and the Select Committee on Intelligence. And let me start with the fiscal cliff, if I might. Do you think the Republicans are going to come to play?
I believe that they will. It's my hope that everyone has gotten the message loud and clear that the American people expect us to compromise. Democrats and Republicans coming together to solve the fiscal cliff issue, but in a balanced way. And that's certainly what President Obama has campaigned on, protecting a strong middle class, allowing the tax cuts to expire above $250,000. But certainly we can't be afraid to compromise, but we can do that without compromising our principles.
Is part of this deal-making what we heard reported in the Washington Post, that the president wants to start his offer with more from the revenue side? The deal that fell apart had $800 billion in revenue over 10 years. Now he might want to start with $1.6 trillion.
Sure. Well, just, let's put this in perspective, that we have just over a $1 trillion budget deficit this year. So this part of raising additional revenue, that $1.6 trillion that the president is talking about as a starting point, is only a down payment, if you will, on what we need to do in other areas, which means budget cuts, along with really putting people back to work, because that's going to be the best thing to relieve pressure on our budget challenges right now. So it really has to be a shared sacrifice bill, but we have to get serious about deficit reduction, and that means that we have to have significant revenues on the table.
You have two briefings today, one about former CIA Director David Petraeus, the other on the attack on the consulate in Benghazi. What do you expect to hear, and what are the questions you have that are most pressing?
Well, we'll have top people from across the administration coming in very soon to talk to us about Benghazi, and we want to obviously understand the facts and what we knew and when we knew it. It was a terrible tragedy. We lost a U.S. ambassador along with several others, and we need to understand who knew what and when, and we have to obviously make sure that something like this can never happen again, so and hold those people accountable.
The timeline obviously is one thing that people want, who knew what when again. And what can you tell us about the possibility that Paula Broadwell might have had access to classified information?
Well, these are things that we want to get more details about as well. The whole General Petraeus situation is unfortunate. I have incredible respect for General Petraeus, and he had done an excellent job as CIA director. I found him to be very credible and forthcoming, and was doing a very good job at CIA. So it's a big loss for the agency and for the country that he has left. But given the circumstances, unfortunately, I don't see that there was any other alternative.
How concerned are you that the FBI didn't seem to tell anyone about this investigation in what many in Congress have suggested was not a timely manner?
Right. I'm very, very concerned about that, and I spoke about that yesterday with some of the staff when we were getting briefed up on what is going to be coming in terms of the hearings, and so I asked the question, when do they have an obligation to report? And of course the answer is in a timely manner, and as I understand it, the FBI did not inform either the chairman or the ranking member of either the House or Senate Intelligence Committee, or obviously the full committees in a timely manner. So that's something that really has to be addressed. It's not only in this situation, but in other areas that involve sensitive intelligence issues or investigations. They need to be compliant with the law.
Congressman James Langevin, thank you so much for being on the program. We appreciate it. And I think something else that's probably going to come up at the press conference today, and you mentioned it, Major, Libya.